Hello, and welcome to the Church of Fuck You. I'm St. Patrick. Alright, church, I can't explain to you how fucking pissed off I am right now. Now, I understand some of you may think, St. Patrick, you're always pissed off. But no, I'm really pissed off this time. Well, I'm sure you've heard that there's this, new law in Georgia about voting. And all these people come out and they're losing their shit because they feel like it's, oppression and it's, voter suppression and it's, Jim Crow 2.0 and all this other stuff that they keep saying. And, I start diving into it like, what the hell what's the big problem with it? And the big problem that everyone is having is that now Georgia is requiring, even if you're doing, mail-in or absentee voting, that you present an ID. And apparently these people find it so offensive because this is, disproportionately going to, affect minorities because apparently in their fucking brain, minorities are too fucking stupid and too dumb to get a fucking ID. Now this is what really pisses me off. And these are the same people who go around talking about how racist the whole fucking country is, but in their brain, black people, and let's just be real, what they call us in their head, niggers are too dumb to get an ID to vote. So let me understand this, okay? So we need ID to, get a fucking job. You gotta prove who you are. Go to the bank to get a bank account because you gotta prove who you are. Even go to the gym. In most states, you gotta show an ID just to get the COVID shot because you need to set an appointment and you need to identify and prove who you are. So apparently, niggers can't do this shit because we're so fucking dumb, we can't get an ID. And if the government requires you to get an ID to vote, now all of a sudden that's voter suppression. How the fuck does this make sense? This pisses me off beyond belief. I'm sorry. We can't get an ID to vote? Is that what you're saying? Okay, so I guess in their brain, they picture us sitting on a porch eating watermelon and chicken and shit. A bunch of porch monkeys sitting around drinking 40s, and we don't have time to get an ID. Somebody even had the fucking audacity to say, well, minorities, they're not, used to, using a computer to set appointments to, go to the, Department of Motor Vehicles to get some form of identification. So now niggers are too stupid to use a fucking computer? Oh, wow. This shit pisses me off so much. Because again, the same fucking people who change their accent when they get around black people, instead of, talking proper and talking the way they normally talk, they just get a little accent and start saying y'all, and we gonna do this, and we finna go down, and fuck you. Like, seriously. I'm sorry, again, it kind of if you actually piece all this bullshit together, poor people are just as, poor kids are just as bright or just as smart as white kids, okay, so now everything is really fucking coming out. And if you just sit back and look at the bullshit for what it is, they're saying that if the state requires a federal ID, identification card, that black people will not be able to vote because in the grand scheme of things, you're just too fucking dumb if you're black to get an ID. Fuck you for real. I can't describe how fucking, and again, I don't even, me, I never get fucking offended. I never get mad because people say what the fuck they want. But that is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my fucking life, okay? Black people can't get IDs, so black people can't vote. So we need to, not have ID? Okay, and then there's, you can't pass these type of laws. This is discrimination, and this is racism. And, the Constitution says that everyone should be able to vote, regardless of color or creed or everyone should be able to vote. And you are infringing on their constitutional rights. Well, guess what else the Constitution says? Everyone has the right to fucking bear arms. But you fuckers don't have a problem with, passing as many laws as you can to stop that bullshit. So fuck you and your quote-unquote, cherry picking the Constitution. Fuck, oh my gosh. I can't even explain to you how pissed off I am right now. To even insinuate that, require an identification card. Again, you need a fucking ID to do anything in this country. All of a sudden now, because we need an ID, we won't be able to vote because we're so fucking dumb, we can't get an ID. And then all these other fucking companies and shit coming out, like Delta. Georgia, you need to change your law because we are completely against voter suppression and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so since requiring an ID is some kind of racist act. That means we can get on Delta flights without showing an ID now? Is that what we're going with? Come on, Delta, put your money where your mouth is. Okay, require no screening and no ID for anyone getting on a fucking Delta flight from now on. Let's see how fast, let's see how long that shit lasts. Alright? Then a fucking, oh my gosh. All-Star game coming out saying, we're not gonna play our... Fuck you and your shitty ass game, okay? Nobody watches baseball any goddamn way. Now, obviously, I'm just joking. I'm sure there's some people, like all 12 people who watch it, whatever. But fuck you! Like, just the insinuation that we are so ignorant that we can't get a fucking ID is beyond real. Beyond real. And again, these fuckers who change their accent and, start speaking all, the southern accent and the southern drawl, and we're gonna do, hey, y'all, we're gonna here to help y'all, and fuck you. I mean, if you just, and it's funny is that, like, these are the woke people. Like, these are people who woke and they know what's going on. Like, if you just sit back and look at how they talk about minorities, how they fucking treat minorities, how they even just, and again, if you just sit back and think about it, and I hate to do it, but we all understand that Democrats started the KKK. And their mindset about blacks has not fucking changed. And I'm just being real. It hasn't fucking changed, okay? They still think we're ignorant. They still think we dumb. They still think that we're just out here, no good for nothing, need the government's help for every goddamn thing, have to be on welfare, we can't get a job, we can't do this, we can't do that without their help, so we need the white man to help us out. Fuck you. And again, I hate this race shit. If you've seen any of my videos, I hate this fucking race shit. But that is the most racist shit I've ever seen in my life. And the funny thing is, everyone is praising these assholes for being fucking racist. Like, how do you... I can't even comprehend the stupidity in this shit. But again, it's just that's the fucking world we live in. And it's like very few people to call them out on it. And anyone who calls them out on it, they're just getting fucking silenced and thrown to the wind because, whatever. They're fighting for the cause. And I know it's going to be some stupid ass, oh, whatever, man, shut the fuck up. You're just a sellout. You fighting against the cause. What's the fucking cause? For niggas to be stupid? What's the fucking cause? For our extinction? Like, I don't understand what the fucking cause is anymore. Because again, if we need the dumbest fucking laws, we need to dumb shit down so much for us that they start using words that ain't even real words. If you ain't black, I'm sorry, yeah, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Okay, when the fuck have you ever heard this white man say ain't? Because ain't a fucking word. I know older black people who would lose their shit if they heard somebody say ain't, because ain't a fucking word, and it shows you're ignorant. But when they talk to us, that's the way they talk because they think we're fucking ignorant. And they cheer them. People cheer him every fucking time. Fuck you. All right, man, I can go on and on. But I'll be on in a hot minute. I'll do a live stream so I can just get this off my chest because it's obviously more. But check me out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is St. Patrick. I'm out.